I'm so sleepy. Anyway, greetings, people of the internet. This is Cardiacs, and this is another video, one that I struggled with quite a bit because I don't typically do illustrations like this. So it's a bit different from what I have been doing lately. Anyway, yeah, like halfway through this, I was starting to feel very tired. My eyes were just like begging me to go to bed. I don't understand why I haven't been awake that long, but I'm always so tired and I don't know what to do. Anyway, so the idea for this was I had an image in my head of Annaliiiiiiiiiise sitting on something, possibly a street bench, but it turned into a park bench, just kind of like sitting there, not caring about the world while like chewing on a piece of bubble gum or something. And eventually it evolved into Annalise sitting on a park bench while Kavita is running up to her carrying a couple of cups of some kind of drink for them both. I thought it was a cute idea. I actually almost didn't finish it. At least not tonight. I was thinking about possibly changing gears and attempting trying to do a forest scene study instead of just going ahead in and trying to finish this. But as I was looking through Google Images, I noticed that just none of them were really speaking to me, and I didn't really feel like finishing or not finishing. I didn't really feel like giving up on this so soon. And I don't mean giving up as in like completely giving up. I mean like dropping it and then picking it back up later. But as I was looking for this picture, something to learn from, I just couldn't find anything that really got my attention. So I ended up trying to come back to this piece and I just kept working with it. I kept trying, kept doing what I thought would help, what I thought would work, and I'm not overly happy with it, but I'm glad I didn't give up completely. I That's kind of a thing. I think I maybe have trained myself to do that because with this daily challenge I've been doing both in drawing at all and also the videos, I've been kind of like trained myself to not give up, and that's good because I'm just a lazy bum all the time. So not giving up means then that I get stuff done, and then I feel better about myself later. Regardless, I feel like there's a lot more I need to learn, and I know there's a lot more I need to learn. For example, I should probably have darkened the shadows in the foliage a bit more, but I wasn't sure how dark I wanted to go, and I didn't want to bring in any shades of black except for the spots I did have to use black because I really wanted some contrast between certain things. So, yeah. Another thing is that I'm having a whole heck of a lot of fun with using the glow dodge layer setting. It's a very interesting and awesome effect, and I just like the kind of atmospheric feel it gives to work a piece of art that doesn't necessarily need it, but it's one step up from using the overlay thing, actually probably several steps up because it doesn't just give a highlight, it gives a glow, and it's like it kind of transforms the piece into a whole other world, like a kind of fantasy world, so it's just mesmerizing to me. So I've been trying not to overuse it, like only use it in places that would be extra shiny. For example, skin, like really pale skin, is kind of reflective, and hair definitely is. So, like, I try to use it mainly in those places and not as much in others. So I'm hoping that it works, I guess. I get let me know, I guess, if you guys like it, my use of the glow dodge tool. There's also I'm so used to outlining with black and then shading. So I went in this time with just straight in with color. I kind of wanted to make sure I use colors that were kind of close to green because the scene was very green and I wanted the characters to look like they fit in the scene. So in doing so, I decided that the best option would be to just do it like I'm painting, just slap some color in there. And because it wasn't an even and solid distribution of color, it let some of the background green stay around, as well as it was also that, as well as my choosing colors that weren't extremely saturated so that the green would still pop, still just exist, essentially. So I think I liked how that turned out. I mean, I obviously still have a lot to learn, at least as far as I want to, as far as the kind of level I want to be at. There's a lot I need to learn, I mean. So, yeah. I will probably redo Annaliiiiiiiiiise just because she didn't really turn out how I wanted her to, because since this piece wasn't really planned, like I had just originally was just going to sketch Annaliiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiiput in as much detail on her outfit as I wanted. I wish I had been able to like give her maybe an armband or something and like actually have her blowing a bubblegum bubble. But in the end, it's nice to practice doing more full illustrations and not just colored drawings of characters. This way, whenever I do get to do the webcomic of these two, then I'll have some practice under my belt. As for learning landscapes, I can do them by memory, but it's kind of a struggle, and I tend to psych myself out sometimes. So in the future, I will possibly be doing speed paints of landscape. I'm trying to keep this fun for myself, and by just choosing a whole heck of a lot of different things I can I can draw or learn to draw or something. Because the main idea for this is to, one, get as many videos out there as I can possibly, and also so I can learn a lot faster than I would without doing a daily challenge. Oh my gosh, look at the glow. Look at the glow. It's so gorgeous. Ah. Yeah. Uh anyway, I had some issues with the sidewalk kind of thing. I don't know how to do sidewalk, but I think it turned out okay. Like just it's fine for a first attempt in a long time. Yeah. So I also made the trees and the grass glow a little bit. Like I like this. I like the time of day on those rare days it seems when the sun is just bathing everything in a really warm light, so it just looks like everything's kind of, you know, glowing. There's that word again. It's just so awesome, and I love driving around at that time of day, but unfortunately my eyes are really sensitive to light, so I've got to be careful. Regardless, this is the end of the video, so thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this illustration as well as my melodious voice. If you did like this, then please like and comment and share, and if you like me and my videos, then please subscribe. If not, then I'm sorry for putting you through this torture. Also, there are links on the screen, so click those if you please. Bye!